Hey, where we left off, we had the ball bouncing, we had text spinning down and tweening, and we were about to make our text 2 layers. So make a new layer, call it text 2. And on that layer, we're going to start at frame 61. So click on frame 61, insert a keyframe, get your type tool. And I'm changing my size of my text to half of what it had been before. So it was a 40-point text at the top. Now it's going to be a 20-point text that's going to be sitting underneath this line. Pick the color you want it to be. I'm going to go with black this time. And click and just begin typing your text. I was looking for good Spanish slogans. And apparently this is something that's often said there. I don't know. I feel like I might have heard it along the path when I was on my trip. But once you've got that created, you're going to convert it to a symbol. So I'm going to call that symbol text 2. And it's going to be a graphic also. So you've got your library now. There's 3 things: the ball, text 1, text 2. With that, we are going to actually have this, and I'll zoom in on it so you can see it better. We're going to have this stay really dark, and then it's going to fade, and then it's going to fade back in and fade out and fade in throughout the duration of our 30-second movie. So I'm starting here at frame 61, and I'm going to go over to my next location. That is going to be at frame 120. There's frame 120. Remember, you can either right-click and insert a keyframe, or you can click on the frame and press F6, whatever makes you happy. Right here, and I'm going to click La vida es buena, and I am going to change it to more faded out text. So right here where it says color effect none, and if you don't see color effect, hit this triangle. I'm going to change that to alpha. Alpha is actually going to be the opacity. So if you slide this back and forth, you can see it fades in, fades out. Change your alpha to 0. Now I'm at 120. I'm going to go to my next frame. That's frame 180. Insert a keyframe, click the symbol one time, and pull the alpha back up to 100. My next frame is going to be 240. And I'm trying to get this just right because this is going to help me later with my photographs. Put my alpha back down to 0. 240, I go to 300 next. Insert a keyframe, pull the alpha back up, and finally at the very tail end of this thing, 360, insert a keyframe and pull the alpha back down. When you highlight the layer and insert a classic tween, what you will see you've done in the first 60 frames rather, nothing shows up there until now. And it fades out and then it fades back in. And it does that for the duration of the entire movie. It's kind of a nice effect at the bottom, sort of a consistent feature throughout your film. I'm going to pause that playback. And I'm going to move on to the next piece, which is bringing in all the pieces that I've created outside. So if you go to File and you go to Import, you have to say Import to Library. If I import them to Stage right now, which actually is not even letting me do, but if I tried to import them to the stage right now, all of the things I bring in would show up at this exact same moment on this exact same layer, and it would not work at all. So import to library, and you're going to bring in your photographs and your slogan and your 30-second audio clip. You can bring them all in at the same time. Notice how I left one of the files out. That's the full version of the song. I did that by holding down Control, the Control key on the keyboard as I clicked things. And I was able to select more than one thing. When I say open, they actually all go into my library. I even get this song in my library, and there's a little teeny play button right up there. So you can check it out. There are some little warnings that come up. I'm going to skip past that because I'm not terribly interested in the warnings. It's going to work. And I'm going to back up to about the beginning of my timeline. At this point, I'm going to make new layers for each photograph. This one's going to be picture 1 or pick 1 or image 1, photo 1. I don't really care. And I'm going to, on that layer, let me zoom this back out. I'm going to take my photograph and put it here. This is the Alcazar. And the picture is clearly too big. So I'm going to use my free transform tool, which is that same one we used before. And I'm going to make it the right size before I convert it to a symbol. Once it's exactly how you like it, go to modify and convert it to a symbol. Have to do that, and it's going to be picture 1. I like to be simple about this. The graphic, easy enough. Picture 1 is actually going to begin at frame 60, and it's going to go out, and this is why I was glad I did this, at frame 120. So it's going to start here and end here, just like that fade did. In order to start it at frame 60, I can actually click on the first keyframe on this layer, pick it up, and drag it over. What that did was leave me nothing in that layer until frame 60. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to frame 120, and I'm going to insert a keyframe. And I'm going to have this thing change by the end of the animation. So there's the simple way to do this, and then there's a little more elegant way to do it. I'm going to show you the simple way on the first photograph and the slightly more elegant way on the second photograph, and you can make a choice. Simply, I can make this smaller, I can spin it around, I can move it off the stage, and then I can throw a tween on there. Easy enough. And now it will do the thing I said to do. Spins. It'll only spin 180 degrees. If you tell it to spin, if you try to spin it a million times, it'll just go from one point to another that's 180 degrees or less. It's kind of goofy that way. Anyhow, anything after 120, you should be good at this by now, you remove. On the picture 2 layer, I'm going to show you a little more nuanced, a little more difficult thing to do. So let me take the Alhambra. The Alhambra, I need to make it a little smaller. Got the free transform tool right here. Modify, convert to symbol. I just hit the wrong thing, I'm sorry. Modify, convert to symbol. Picture 2. And now I'm going to have that one come in at frame 120. So click on layer, picture 2 layer, frame 1, and drag that frame all the way to 120. And I can do something kind of cool. I can make 180 my final frame. Sure, insert keyframe there. And I can make 140 kind of a midpoint. Another keyframe. So now I've got 3 keyframes. Arrival, midpoint, maybe I'll make the midpoint over here. Doesn't really matter. And then the end. And at the end, I can tell it to do all sorts of stuff. I can flip it upside down. I can make it skew. I can do sort of weird stuff to it. I can't move it, apparently. Let me move it over to the side. And when I put the tween, what'll happen is it will arrive on the stage. It will sit still so you can see it. And then right in the middle, it'll start to do the tween I told it to do. That's kind of a cool effect. You get rid of everything after that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you use your text 2 layer as a guide. So you can see now that the text 2 layer, 60 to 120 was where the first photograph went. 120 to 180 was where the next photograph went. So you can make the inferences here. 180 to 240 is where the third photograph is going to go. 240 to 300 is where the fourth is going to go, and 300 to 360 is where the last one's going to go. So I'm going to pause my playback here. I'm going to pause my recording, and I'm going to make the rest of my pictures come in. So I've got all of my animation in here. I've got all my frames. I've got all my tweens. I've got everything taken care of for the photographs. I'm going to play this back real quick, and then I'm going to show you how to do the shape tween, and I'm going to show you how to put the music, and that's going to be it for this. So that is my first picture, the Alcazar. That's the Alhambra. Next is the big old church in Barcelona, La Sagrada Familia. Then we got the Plaza de España, very pretty. And finally, we've got some very strange Santiago Calatrava architecture in Valencia. And that's my Spanish movie. Last couple of things to do. I'm going to put in a layer called logo. Okay. Let me type the O, logo. And on that layer, I'm going to actually get to frame 61, or 60 rather. It's kind of hard to see. Let me pull my timeline up because I want to show you what I'm working with here. I'm going to turn this ball into a logo. So if I go to frame 60, that's the exact last moment that the ball is on the stage, and I right click on this new layer and I make a keyframe there, what I'm going to do is go to my library and find that ball, put it right on top of the old one. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing here. It's going to be right exactly on top, lined up perfectly. And I've got everything else locked, and if you don't, you might want to, because that's a very good idea. So everything else is locked. My ball now looks like it doesn't go anywhere. It just bounces, 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 and then it looks like it stays put the whole time. That's that new iteration of the ball. What I need to do is break it apart into its individual component little pixels so that I can turn those pixels into something else. So I'm going to go to modify and I'm going to say break apart, just like I did with my name earlier. You can see the pixels. Next, I'm going to find a later spot in my timeline and remove it and put in my logo, which in my case is going to be the Spanish flag. Where's my flag? There it is. That's what the ball is going to turn into. So I figure about frame 180 is where I'd like to have this change be complete. So find frame 180, and I'm going to insert a keyframe. At that keyframe, I'm going to get rid of the ball. Edit, cut. In the past, using delete for some reason didn't work 100% of the time. So I do like to use edit, cut because that works every time. At that exact same moment in time, I'm going to pull out my flag, which is probably too large. Here we go. Let me take my free transform and make it the correct size. And I'm actually going to put it at the other side of this baseline. I'm going to go to modify break apart on that too. So now it is pixelated. And there's only one more step to make this happen. Click on frame 60, insert, and tell it you'd like a shape tweak. And watch very carefully. The ball turns into the logo. How exciting is that? The next thing you're going to do, I'll let that play through, is you're going to put your music in. That's pretty much it. So to put music in, this is the easiest part. You make a layer, you call that layer music, you find the song, you literally click right up here where the song is shown in waveform preview, drag that to the stage, and you don't see a physical thing, but you do see a plus sign on your mouse, and drop it. When you do that, it doesn't feel like you did much of anything. You can actually see the waveform preview sitting in the timeline. Let me zoom out of this timeline so you can see how complicated it got and why we named everything. This timeline has got so much stuff going on. A lot of layers. This is pretty much it. When you get done, you should be able to play back a pretty remarkable movie, and I make sure my audio is on. There it is. There, the song fades out. The movie is over. Last thing I need you to do is save it, and hopefully you've been saving it along the way here. I'm going to save mine as Spain, because that's what it's all about. And then you're going to publish it. And if you remember, I told you last time that when you publish it, it automatically pushes it out into 2 different file formats, which is fine by me. So here's Spain, and then the published content should show up momentarily. There it is. There's the browser version and there's the JavaScript version. So that's that, guys. Show me that and I will grade it against the rubric. The rubric is right here. You need to have the stage at 640 by 480, 12 frames per second, which we did at the very beginning. 30 seconds long. It's 29.9, but I won't tell if you won't. The ball is from frame 1 to 60. You've got the regular first text tweening right here, 20 to 60. Actually, let me change that. From 0 to 60. Your second text symbol comes in at frame 61 and tweens an opacity. That's good. 5 photos, one after the next. They each have a tween. The second ball turns into the logo, and the file contains a 30-second music clip, which is faded out at the end. And I am going to go right now and change this right here because I want to have the text come on at frame 0 instead of frame 20. Sorry about that. But other than that, that is 100 points, and hopefully you get all of them.